Welcome back to the channel. So in our previous videos, we already discussed sales order header data and item data in detail. If you haven't checked those videos yet, I highly recommend checking them out first because today's topic is directly connected with them. So in this video, we are going to understand schedule line data in SAP SD. We will cover what is schedule line data, why it is important, how delivery date is determined, meaning of every field, sales tab, shipping tab, procurement tab, and real-time business examples. So make sure to watch till the end because schedule line data is one of the most important concepts asked in SAP SD interviews and as well as implementation projects. So let's get started. First of all, let's understand what is schedule line data means. So whenever a customer places an order, SAP needs to know how much quantity will be delivered, on which date will it be delivered, is stock available, does procurement need to happen, and what is shipping schedule. So all this information is stored in schedule line data. You can think of schedule line data as an execution part of sales order. So, as you know, header data contains general information, item contains material information, but the schedule line tells SAP exactly when and how the material will be delivered. So, let's open the schedule line tab. So, to open schedule line tab, just you need to double click on material. In item data view, just go to schedule line tab. Just click on schedule line tab. Here we can see first field is delivery date. So this is the date on which customer is expected to receive the goods. In our example, the delivery date is 6/4/2026. How is this date determined? So SAP performs scheduling considering requested delivery date from customer, shipping point, loading time, pick pack time, transit time and route determination. After all calculation, SAP proposes the final delivery date. Then next field is order quantity. So this shows the quantity entered by the user during sales order creation. In our example, order quantity is 1 EA, meaning one piece. Okay. Then confirm quantity. So this is very important. Confirm quantity tells how much SAP can actually promise to the customer. So this confirmation happens through ATP check, also known as available to promise. I have uploaded short video for this as well. So for example, customer orders 100 pieces. Only 80 pieces are available in stock. Okay, then SAP confirms 80 pieces and the remaining 20 may be confirmed on the future date. Then we have rounded quantity. So rounded quantity comes from material master rounding profiles. Suppose material can only be shipped in packs of 10. If the customer orders 12 pieces, then SAP may round it to 20 depending on the business configuration. Then we have delivered quantity. So this field shows how much quantity has already been delivered. Okay. If delivery and PGI are completed, this field gets updated automatically. Then here we can see schedule and category. Okay. Schedule and category controls availability check, transfer of requirement, movement type, delivery relevance. So the schedule and category is determined based on item category and MRP type. So using schedule and category determination configuration. Okay. I have uploaded short video for this as well. Just check. Then now let's double click the schedule line and see detailed screen. Okay, here we can see three important tabs: sales, shipping and procurement. So let's understand each tab one by one. Okay, so double click on sales tab. Here again we can see confirm quantity. Okay, this indicates the quantity SAP has committed to deliver. Then we have delivery date. Delivery date shows the final scheduled delivery date after ATP and scheduling calculation. Then we have arrival time. So arrival time specifies the expected arrival time at the customer location. So many companies use this for accurate transportation planning. Then quantities. So order quantity represents the original order quantity. Rounded quantity displays the quantity after applying rounding rule. Required quantity This represents the quantity required to fulfill the customer demand. Okay. Then in change status, engineering change means if engineering change management is active, then change number can be tracked here. Okay. Usually this field is more relevant in manufacturing scenario. Then we have bomb explosion number. So if the material is bomb material, then SAP stores the bomb explosion reference here. Okay. So this helps SAP to determine component details. For example, okay, so imagine a customer orders a bicycle. So SAP checks stocks. If stock is available, quantity is confirmed. If stock is unavailable, procurement or production may be triggered. Okay, all these details are reflected in the sales tab. Okay, then shipping tab. So this tab is extremely important because it explains how SAP calculates delivery scheduling. Okay, first is a delivery date. So this is the date goods reach the customer. Okay. Then good issue date. So good issue date is when goods physically leave the warehouse. So this date is calculated backward from the delivery date. Okay. Then here we can see GI time. So GI time represents the exact time of good issue. Then we have loading date. So loading date is when material are loaded onto the truck. Then loading time, this is the time required for loading activities. Okay, then material availability date. So one of the most important fields. So material availability date tells when stock must be available in warehouse. Okay, if stock is not available on this date, SAP may reschedule delivery. So this one is also very important field. Material staging time means this represent time needed to bring material from storage area to loading area. Okay. Then transportation planning date. So transportation planning date indicates when transport arrangement should start. Okay. Then transportation planning time. So this field specifies the exact planning time. Then we have shipping point. So this field everyone knows. The shipping point is the location responsible for processing the delivery. So this shipping point determination happens based on shipping condition, loading group and delivering plan. So here in our example, shipping point is 1998. Okay. So as we know, with the help of ticket OVL2, we are doing the shipping point determination. Then route determines the transportation path. For example, Mumbai to Delhi via road. Okay, route determination depends on shipping condition, transportation group and destination zone. Okay, so in upcoming videos I will post route determination video in detail. Okay, then route schedule. So if the route scheduling is active, SAP determines transportation schedules here. Okay, then delivery block. So if business wants to stop delivery temporary, a delivery block can be applied. Until the block is removed, delivery creation is not possible. Now let's move to the procurement type. First are schedule line date. So this represents the procurement related requirement date. Then order quantity shows quantity required for procurement. And rounded quantity shows quantity after rounding logic. Then we have plant. Plant is the location from where material will be supplied. Then storage location here. Storage location represents the exact warehouse area where stock is maintained. Movement types. Now movement type is maintained as 601. It is used during the post good issue. When PGI happens, stock gets reduced using movement type 601. Okay. For example, if stock is unavailable and SAP can create procurement requirement. Okay. MRP can generate planned order or purchase requisition. So the procurement tab helps SAP connect sales order with supply chain process. Okay. This one is also important. Like if there is dedicated scenario. So when we save the sales order, that purchase requisition will create automatically. Okay. So this procurement tab is also important. So it helps SAP connect sales order with supply chain process. Okay. So this is about procurement tab and schedule and data. Let's quickly cover some important interview questions. Okay. These questions are very important for interview. So question 1, what is schedule line category? Okay. The answer is It controls delivery relevance, availability check, transfer of requirement, and movement time. Second question, how schedule and category determined? So it determined based on item category and MRP type. Okay, so schedule and determined based on item category and MRP type. Third question, what is ATP? So ATP is nothing but the availability to promise. It is used to confirm the available quantity. Okay. Fourth question, which movement type is normally used during the PGI? So movement type 601. Question 5, which field determines when stock should be available? So answer is material availability date. Okay. Now conclusion. So that's all about schedule and data in SAP SD. So we have covered schedule and overview, schedule and category, sales tab, shipping tab, procurement tab, delivery scheduling, and some interview questions. So if the video helped you to understand schedule and data, please like the video, share it with your SAP friend, and subscribe to the channel for more SAP SD implementation and interview preparation content. Okay, so thank you for watching and see you in the next SAP SD tutorial. Stay tuned.